Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this...
It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. He can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. There goes a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Jackson running again. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now it's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay with a first touchdown of the Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Ravens are on the board first here in the Super Bowl. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about it, Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest? How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And as we know and as we've discussed here in the run-up to this game, this is history in the making. The first rookie quarterback to ever start in a Super Bowl. An absolutely tremendous accomplishment, something no one else has done. But he doesn't want to just go down as the first to make a Super Bowl. He's told us all week he's here to win it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Right back to Pitts again. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Second and 6. Over the middle, caught by London. Touchdown! Drake London, 27 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the Super Bowl at 7. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
You get a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as we get this to about the 23. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Play action. Now Jackson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and that will come the offense as they take over. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. He'll keep it himself. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw here. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Seven, our score after one. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter.
On second down, here's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. And the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. First and 10.
And that'll be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now a toss here, short side. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man. It's London. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On second down, they'll run it here. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. He'll look to throw. Hitting London coming across the field. He's going to have the first down and then some. Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons have taken the lead. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. Taken at the goal line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Now Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll force upon him a third and 14.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to convert on third and 14. A terrific play call.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Now Jackson on first down. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Another run here with Dobbins. And he's got room. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. Instead, it's 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting him to shreds.
They run the counter with Cook. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Ty Long now to punt this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, open man is Duvernay. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he overshot it there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
The running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, whenever you call it run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 17-14. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Ravens. And you'll see they've had success running the football, and that bodes well for their chances of lifting that Lombardi trophy. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Yards on the punt, return of 4, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Play action. It's Jackson. Out to his left. Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews. Jackson fighting his tight end Andrews for the Ravens' first down.
That is definitely what we call a defensive uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson. When you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. They go play action with Jackson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, Jackson will keep it. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They run a draw here on second down. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now it's Jackson. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20 to 14 now. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Falcons ready to take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On is the punter long here as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. Here comes comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
To throw is Jackson. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to the ground, this time Cook. Oh, nice move at midfield. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And that's why you spend a 1st-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 quarters gone by. Don't leave your seats now, folks. The 4th and final quarter of the Super Bowl is up next. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. 43 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from taking the lead in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, 4th quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem fazed one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
So So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. The Ravens ready to take over. And we're at the time of the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
37 yards on the punt with no return. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Rolling to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. Touchdown, Falcons! A big play there. 68 yards. And the Falcons use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Can you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Oh, nice move. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll get this up to about the 40. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
And here now come the Falcons. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Cook up the gut. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Now back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson now. And his throw here's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one will be no good. He never had it online. It's well wide to the left, and they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet, but at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he stopped immediately there. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Coup for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Ravens offense back out there. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And it's over. The Lombardi Trophy belongs to the Falcons. Yes, the Atlanta Falcons are the Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.